Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take you on a quick video walk around of the Michalak AF4 design that I built over the winter of 2008 and 2009. We launched it for the first time in July of 2009 and have been using it with a lot of pleasure ever since. We'll start out by taking a look at the outside of the boat, starting at the bow, and we'll work towards the stern. You can see that the bow of the boat has got a open anchor well with a step. Everybody always asks about what that hole is. That's a step to allow for easier boarding, and as you look down in, you'll see the anchor well, which is free draining, free flooding. Moving back towards the back, see a window, some rub rails. This particular boat is built completely out of lumberyard materials purchased from Menards. The sides are 1/4 inch plywood underlayment. It's a 5-ply material, a Baltic birch premium underlayment. And the bottom of the boat is 1/2 inch MDO. MDO is a material used by sign makers for making signs outside. On my boat, I chose to apply a layer of 8-ounce fiberglass cloth saturated in a graphite and epoxy mix. Chose to use fiberglass for impact resistance, and the graphite gives you a lot of abrasion resistance. It helps as you get the boat on and off the trailer. Now, in the rear of the boat, you'll see a free flooding motor well. The actual transom itself is constructed out of a piece of 2x10. In the back of my particular boat, I have some clips for a transom light and a boat hook. You'll also see some fishing pole holder brackets. And I installed a, I guess you'd call it a small power center. I have a cigarette lighter socket for plugging in a air pump so that we can blow up lake floats. And there's also a outlet for the trolling motor. This particular trolling motor has a connector like so that'll plug into there. Trolling motor works pretty well on this. The boat does have quite a bit of windage and is easily blown around, but if you have a calm day and you want to just cruise along silently, trolling motor is a good option. My main power source for this particular boat is an older 1964 Johnson 18 horse. Works pretty reliably. Been very happy with it. It was a $225 purchase that was well worth the money. The finish on the boat is some True Value brand porch and floor enamel. It's an oil-based enamel. It dries nice and hard. It has been pretty tough. Added some Penetrol to it as I applied it. It really aids in the application of that product. You can see that on the bow I have a new, for this year, new bow light. There's a little bit of chrome there, some jewelry. And also one of the signatures of Jim Michalak's designs is what's called a birdwatcher slot top, and you'll see that the canvas cover for the slot top is rolled up in its stored position right there. Also have storage for the oars. This boat doesn't row particularly well, but in a pinch you can row. Used a Bimini top that was purchased inexpensively from Overton's. Provides some shade and protection from the rain. The Bimini runs in these T-tracks, which are basically woodworking jigs. A woodworking jig part that I purchased from Rockler. So that's the outside of the boat. We go aboard, take a look inside. We'll start out in the bow again, and as you move forward, you'll see the one of the great advantages of the birdwatcher style top, slot top, is the fact that you do have full access as you can walk forward all the way to the front of the boat. can walk all the way forward. You have full headroom. There's no stooping or bending. So taking a look up at the front here, there's a small electrical power station here with a stereo installed, a small switch panel, a little storage cubby, just a small cabinet. Battery is mounted below, and that circular thing there is a vent. You want to have some air coming into the cabin if you've got the canvas snapped down tight. Need a little breeze. That's basically your window for your cabin there. Taking a couple of steps back, got a gear storage hammock to keep beach towels and things off of the ground, or off of the floor of the boat, so they stay relatively dry. And along both sides I've applied some webbing loops with some wood screws and finish washers, and some carabiners. They work real nicely for keeping all the life jackets in order. One of the things I did on the interior of the back bulkhead is applied some pad eyes and bungee cords to hold in the first aid kit, a pair of binoculars. I have a small little tote here with some emergency suntan lotion and bug spray, and you'll also see the rear of the stereo speakers there as well. Got a fire extinguisher there. Hopefully never have to use that. The cabin itself does offer enough room for two people to sleep snugly. You can unroll the canvas, and basically you'll have a amount of room that would be comparable to a two-man tent with a nice flat floor. So we have not yet slept on this boat out on the water yet, but that is one of the things we are planning on doing this coming summer. The midship bulkhead has the mounting for the speakers, and the blue objects are a couple of tiles that I purchased off of an artist. Purchased them on eBay. I forget the gentleman's name, but he makes these handmade tiles, and I believe he's out of Michigan, and I thought they were a very nice touch. They give the interior of the boat a little something interesting to look at. The cockpit itself, as we turn ourselves around here, the cockpit itself is about 6 feet long. No built-in seating. We like to use folding chairs back here, which really offers a lot of flexibility. You can add or remove folding chairs as need be, and you don't have a lot of extra clutter there when as you would with the benches. The cockpit is pretty snug. This boat works well for, I would say, probably 4 adults. We quite often go out boating with 2 or 3 adults and several children. And the kids love diving off the boat and swimming, and so on. Along the side of the boat you'll see that T-track that I talked about a little bit earlier, holding the bimini. These would be the oar locks. Basically some white oak blocks that I've carved to size and inserted some bronze bushings into, and varnished and glued, epoxied, and screwed to the sides of the boat. The rear bulkhead that separates the splash well from the main cockpit is here. I've got a couple of purchased beverage holders, utility cups, what have you. On one of them I like to clip my Leatherman tool. On the other one I have a whistle. And next to that is a small LED push light. The black conduit has some power that will lead back to the trolling motor outlet. And on the other side of the cockpit you'll see the same thing, and that particular one leads to the carved wooden block that I have made to hold the transom light. On the back we have a couple of different cleats. Like to use one for tying off and one for fenders. There's a aluminum plate here to help minimize some of the wear on the transom, and then back over to the transom light holder and some chrome chocks. One of the hallmarks of Jim Michalak's design philosophy is the simplicity of the boat and the simplicity of building it. I do have to say that building this boat was a large project, but not really overly difficult. Took about 6 months of on and off building in my part-time to put together. The cost of materials was fairly minimal. Not a huge amount of money invested in this. The trailer was purchased secondhand off of a Craigslist advertisement. And overall, I can say that I'm very, very, very happy with this boat. Never fails to get a lot of compliments on its looks. It's a wonderful boat to be out on in the correct conditions. Being a flat bottom boat, it's not going to be very well suited for extremely choppy conditions, but on a pleasant summer day in Wisconsin summer, it's a fantastic way to get out on the water. So there you have my brief walk around of the Jim Michalak AF4. Thanks for watching.